Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. October 3rd. That's not today. Today is September 29th. As a matter of fact, tomorrow's my birthday. I'm going to be 1,000. So October 3rd is a very important day because it's the day of selling knives out. Not me. I'm talking about Wolf Knives. These things are going to sell like crazy because it is his third edition of the collab series. Just awesome. It's the JW collab. It's done with niche designs. And together they put out an amazing knife. I know it's not out, but I already opened it, so I already know. So this one's called the Scuffle. You can see, you know, Wolf Knives, niche designs. The art, Sean Tiffany, is just awesome. I love everything he does. Shout out to Sean Tiffany. But this thing is just freaking awesome. Now you'll hear the word scuffle and you think, well, scuffle is kind of like a little fisticuffs, right? Well, the people over at Wolf Knives and the people over at Niche Designs were designing this together, and while they were standing over the table, one of them said something the other didn't like, and they started throwing blows. And if you believe that, no, they did not fight. It's called the Scuffle because the design it comes after like the old 1800s fighting buoys in simple design. And so that's why they called it the Scuffle. And it's perfect because there's two designers collabing to make one knife. Boom, get it together. It's the Scuffle. Let's take it out. All right, speaking of Sean Tiffany, my favorite person I've never met. So you can see this is his sticker art, and you're going to get a couple of these. I remember when I got my first Wolf Knives, there was 2 stickers in there. There's always 2 stickers. And I thought somebody screwed up and gave me an extra sticker, and I was so excited. I thought I was special. I'm not. So we have that, and then you have the Pog, and again, Sean Tiffany. It's the art that is on the canister itself, which is a metal canister. Great knife holder. These guys just do the best stuff. Now, as always, you get a Wolf Knives polishing cloth, and the quality. I know you can see Wolf Knives on there. It's hard to see. But the quality of these polishing cloths is actually super nice. Super, super nice. What else is super nice? Check this out. I've said before, man, this is the best one yet. Man, this is the best one yet. This thing fills the hand so nice. Infinity Fuller, swedged, buoy style. It's got a modified clip. And look at this. Almost, I don't want to call it micro, but it's almost like a micro jimping. Oh, it is so perfectly executed. Now you can see this giant finger choil, which is made for sticking your finger. Oh, no, it's not. It's just an extended sharpening choil. So don't think that this is where you're going to put your finger to cut. Can you use the tip of your finger and then your thumb to do detailed work? Abso-freaking-lutely. Not what it's designed for, so if you cut yourself, you're being stupid. Right here, this little flipper acts as a little guard, which means you can do that same exact thing without putting your hand on the edge of the very sharp Wolf Knives blade. So this one is the titanium micro milled, and it's one really cool thing is it's got these awesome fins on it. They don't hurt your finger or anything like that, but it just helps with the lock bar movement, and it's really sweet. Now, I believe, I don't know if you can see, it is skeletonized inside to help with weight, and just awesome. You can see the color variation in here, little jimping right here that is just so well done right here. You got even in the collar, it's just absolutely stunning. It's a nice beefy knife. I will go over real quick before I get into the specs on this one. I just want to show you guys the colors that you can find. Instead of colors, I should have said grips, but you know what I mean. So this one is the green linen micarta stonewash. The stonewash is fantastic. So is the micarta. I'm a big micarta fan. I think that is a super awesome looking knife. Then in here you get into the Kieranite Black Ice. Again, the Kieranite Black Ice and this one down here that I'm going to show you, and probably even this one, are ones that don't do themselves justice until you get them out in the sun. You get that thing out in the sun, it's ridiculous. So here you have titanium crystallized. It looks really blue here, but I believe it's more of a purple. It's kind of their bling version, and you can see right there. It's so hard showing you a photo because these things abso-freaking-lutely pop. The only one that doesn't change in the sun is this one. You can see that micro milling there. It's really hard to pick up with a camera, but luckily for some reason that photo makes it look good. And then you have the camo carbon Brittany blue belt satin and DLC. The DLC is the color in the blade itself. It's that black coating. But this stuff right here, that carbon in the sun, I've showed you multiple knives from him that uses carbon grips, not this exact color, but different ones. And it is phenomenal in the sun. All right, let's get into the specs and then we're going to take it out. I just want to show you a couple of the features real quick, though. The flipper, which really works, is jimped and it is perfect. You have the fuller that you can lock your middle finger in if you can get it in there. Oh, I was on the lock bar. I'm a lefty. It's what happens. But obviously you can spider flick it, and I'm going to try to thumb flick it. I can't do it with my left hand, which is what I would normally do, but bam, it thumb flicks super easy. And I just went with my off hand. You can do a traditional pinch and pull. You can do a pinch and pop. So you can open it plenty of different ways. I don't think it's going to, or maybe it will. Oh, no, it won't. It won't super flick. You're not going to do that. It's not going to accidentally open in your pocket. This thing is so freaking nice. So let's get some up close real quick. You can see that satin blade is just beautiful. I should probably put some light on it so you can really, oh gosh, that is so nice. That wasn't a squeaky Mickey Mouse fart. That was the dog with her toy. But it's really hard to see that micro mill. Oh, there it is. That micro milling, but you can feel it. And it's on both sides. Let me see if I can. You hear that? That is super grippy for a titanium frame. That is crazy grippy. All right, so obviously it's a Jack Wolf Knives collab. Nick Rogers over at Niche Designs with Ben Belkin over at Jack Wolf Knives put this thing together perfectly. I think perfectly. It is a frame lock on ceramic bearings. We have dark blasted 6AL 4V titanium. It's just the best you can get. It is micro milled. We went over that. The hardware is polished titanium Torx. You can see it right there, and right there, and right there. Let's see. Gosh, it's so nice. And the lock bar insert is stainless steel. The back spacer, pocket clip, and pivot collars are all bronze anodized 6AL 4V titanium. The color on that bronze is nice. Oh, and look, the pocket clip is really cool looking. I'm so used to the skinny, 80s douchey tie pocket clip that they do on these, which I freaking love. But this is beautiful too. And not only that, but look at the extension. That's going to be good for if you have real thick jeans, that little lip that is on the top of the pocket. You're not going to have any problems with that. It is a hollow ground Crucible S90V steel blade, belt satin, closed length. This is where the magic happens. This thing is 4.43 inches. That means big guys, 2XL hands, can still hold this knife perfectly. It is so secure in the hand. It's awesome. The blade length is 3.52 inches. The cutting edge is 3.16 inches. Scale to scale, is 0.58 inches or 0.77 if you include the clip. The blade stock, bigger than normal for him. This is 3.8 millimeters, and you can really see the extra millimeters in here, but that is really, really nice. Let's see. Rockwell is 6061. It is a 4-ounce knife, and it is immaculate. It is so nice. All right, let's see. Jack Wolf Knives has never sent or made or produced a knife that does not shave hair. This is no exception. This thing is absolutely a freaking razor. The edge geometry on these, especially because it's hollow grind, it's second to none. They do so nice, such nice work. Let's take it outside. All right, so monsoon season here is officially over. I better pull my hat down. I forgot to put on my sunglasses. Monsoon season is officially over, so we are going to get some nice sunny days. There's that freaking micro milling. Golly. So Arizona is going to be sunshine all over again, and it's going to be wonderful. Speaking of end of monsoon season, thoughts and prayers out to everybody in Globe, Arizona. If you haven't seen it, they had some of the worst flooding in Arizona's history. It was really bad. A lot of people lost their lives, and it's just a really sad event. So shout out to Globe, Miami, and any other places that got flooded and people were affected. But getting into this, it's just absolutely remarkable. This thing, I mean, I said it doesn't really, the sun's not going to matter on this one, but I lied. Look at, you can really see the milling now. So the sun does actually work. The secondary colors, the accent colors, look great in the sun as well. It's just super, super nice. All right, so let's get slicey. So let's start with a rope cut. Start with a nice little rope cut. See if we can't get some nice push cuts going. What I can tell you is that this knife is superiorly comfortable in the hand. I mean, it is fantastic in the grip. So let's see here, using just the tip. Oh my gosh. Jack Wolf Knives, I mean, every time I do a rope cut like this, the fibers, they don't just cut, but they like make a popping sound. It's crazy how well this knife cuts because of the overall and amazing edge. It's just sweet. And yes, for anybody who's going to ask, it is a locking blade, which means it is a self-defense tool as well. And when I say tool, I mean tool. It is an EDC. This is your EDC Supreme. This is the one that you're going to put in your pocket and take with you every single day of your life if you so choose to, and it is always going to be there for you. This thing is just awesome. But, you know, if you're at the ATM and you're getting robbed by Bigfoot, this will do the job. It is designed after a fighting knife design. So it's going to do exactly what it's supposed to. It has a thin tip, it's swedged, it's going to stab, it's going to slash, all of that. Only if you're getting robbed, not if you're doing the robbing. So we're going to cut this big thick rope here, and we're just going to do some saw cuts into this so we can catch all the fibers because they are stretched out. Man, it is so nice. So nice. This thing is just 100% pure and simple Jack Wolf Knives. Just 100% Jack Wolf Knives. So now let's say you're out, and well, you know, with us, we just had all these monsoons and this flooding. What if you do get stuck? What if, you know, because we get flash floods in our roads, like my road gets flooded out on both ends of me, and if it's too bad, we can't leave the house. You need a Ford Raptor just to get out of the house. And so if I got stuck and was on the roadside and somehow needed to make a fire and needed to survive, this thing is going to do the job. It's going to be that secondary camp knife. It's going to be the small task camp knife cutter. It's just so well. The jimping works so well in the hand. it just can't be denied. It's just awesome. It really is awesome. So we got this garden hose. We're going to give that a nice little, wow, that was pretty crazy. I had it right on the edge where this ricasso is, and it still went through with no problem, even though I caught it on the edge. The edge took it backwards. Haven't had that one happen yet. That was crazy. That was cool. So let's do a nice little rip. Oop, I'm inside the wood. Couldn't get the knife out. Do a nice little rip, go in the other direction. Oop, I got stuck on that one. I got stuck. That was all me. But I got stuck. All right, so let's twist this up nice and tight. I got the dog below me, watching the shadows move. And bam, wow. Did you hear that push cut? I want to try and double this up, because that is a lot of pieces of material between nylon and rubber. That is a lot of material. Let's see here. And it was so simple. What happens when you hold the knife correctly, you can make a really nice cut. That was super freaking simple. Remember, these will sell out. October 3rd, they're going to go out for sale. He has his distributors list on his website. I'm going to put the link down below for this knife. But they sell out fast, and then they go up in value, because once they sell out, people still want them. And if you're a jerk, what you're going to do is try and buy them all out and then sell them at a higher price. But that's a jerk move, so don't do that. But let's take this plastic tube. Wow, I barely even put any pressure into it. Like, I can tell you, but you just have to believe me. I mean, I don't have a meter on me to show you how much pressure I'm adding, but it's literally the lightest amount of pressure. I'm just holding the knife still, and I'm turning the tube. The knife isn't doing anything. I'm not moving it at all. That was all just from turning this. This thing is so immaculately perfect. I mean, what a great design. And so what Ben is saying is that his partner in crime is like this amazing CAD designer. He says he's probably one of the best he's ever seen. And holding this in my hand, not knowing him as a designer, I believe it. I believe when Ben says that, because this thing is sweet. So now it's another one of them hard Arizona sun-baked hoses. This thing is like holding a piece of glass. Let's see. Wow, this knife is so nice. This knife is so nice. October 3rd, guys. For all you knife collectors, this is one of those collect it knives. For all those knife users, this is one of those knife using knives. Golly, this is it's perfect. It is perfect. I'm trying to get to the end and get a nice little cut off. I think I restarted. I did. That edge is so bitey, it restarted. Golly, that is pinnacle. Pinnacle. All right, let's see. Do we have any spiders in here? Nothing gonna get you. This is leather, rubber, mesh, gone. Just, it's a cutter, man. They're just made to work. Let's see if we can't do it the long way, which is the hardest way to cut it, because it's rubber, so it will fold, but no problem. Now let's do some of that food prep cutting. Golly, this knife is so comfortable. I have a knife in my pocket right now that's going to be coming out of my pocket today. This was what I was carrying today. It's that Fleesa with the carbon. It's a budget knife. I've been carrying this. It's just a good knife. This right here, though, is a phenomenal knife. And as soon as I'm done with this video, the Fleesa is out and this one is in the pocket. This thing is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I mean, just the overall grip comfort, the overall hold, the way it is in the hand, it's just so super nice. And while it's an EDC, I would have all the confidence in the world putting this in my hand in a self-defense manner. I have all the confidence in the world breaking down and changing a hose, having to cut a hose. I have all the confidence in the world where I get stuck somewhere, or even if I'm just camping or hiking on purpose and I need to make a fire, this knife just exudes. Yes, you can. Inside it here, this little Ricasso choil, it's a 90. So, and because it's nice and round, you can strike ferro rod with that. This is literally the perfect bring along. It's the perfect bring along. I am 100% impressed. I'm so happy and blessed that I got the thumb flick is so nice that I got the opportunity to not just hold it, not just test it, but to carry it. I think this design is everything you want in a pocket knife. It's everything you need in a pocket knife. This thing is one of those knives that's going to stand the test of time, and it's going to look good doing it. Just freaking phenomenal. October 3rd is the drop, so pay attention. Follow the link below. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.